playing it.
Very good morning. Jan-Erik Frank is my name. Polo is the game, and I'm in the CTV headquarters studios, and next to me is the one and only
Dale Schmeits. Nice to be with you, Jan. Good morning for the 2025 limited edition 8-goal. And we just like to bring to the attention of the viewers here, we've had some weather blowing in, so we just want to give them a heads up that if we do go to a weather delay, it is for safety of all of our videographers that are out there taking care of all of the different angles for you. So, but we will return if the weather permits that. So we'll just give you a little heads up on it. But right now, everything's safe, looking like it's ready to go. Yeah, and we got TuffRider with Timmy Sharma coming in with Benji Obregon, Nico Eurnekian at 3 goals, and Agustin Obregon, he'll play number 4 at 5. Very strong 8-goal team, TuffRider. Victory Polo, a little different team here. And nice to see Kevin Schmeits back on the field. Kevin's going to be playing with Benji Daniels, Agustin Daniels, and Segundo Caimi. And they come in as an A-rated player, Schmeits. Daniels as 1. Benji, Justin at 2 goals, and Segundo at 4. They're a 7-goal team. They're going to get 1 goal in handicap, 6 chuckers of polo for you. And here we go, Roddy Matthews in the saddle right out there from the UK, and Esteban Ferrari in the saddle from Argentina. Our third man today is Pepe Araja.
Indeed, and Victory Polo making their first appearance here in the limited edition 8-goal. TuffRider already having had 2 games played. They're currently at a 1-1. They beat Tanakana 8 goals to 7 in overtime, but lost to Amara by 7 goals to 9. So they'll be looking for their second win. And Victory Polo, of course, coming in without having played. They too will be looking, of course, for their first win. So this should be quite an offensive kind of game, Dale.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see here. We know the TuffRider team. They've been in the hunt all season long. You see the red helmet out there, one of my favorite players, Benjamin Obregon. One of our youngest players playing, and it's great to see him. Also playing in the PTF, as we had an amazing Buzz Walker tournament yesterday out at the Everglades Polo Farm, and a lot of fun out there, Jan. As we're gonna go to another level this year. Instead of having 4 PTFs, we're gonna have 5, which means it is working.
Yep, and that next one you were just talking to, which I believe will be the final one, will be on the 19th of April.
Kids love it.
Yeah, they certainly do. So I think we're about ready. Out, you can see there they come in the white shirts. That's Victory Polo. That, correct me if I'm wrong, should be Kevin at number 1. Yeah, there he is. And that young gentleman there on the right of your screen.
Yeah, that's going to be your Segundo Caimi.
Yeah, he's playing the number 3.
So they've switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, Segundo at 3.
So the Daniels boys are going to switch it up. It's going to be Justin at the number 4 position and Benji at the number 2 position.
Yep.
I can tell you that. So sorry about earlier. I beg your pardon on Caimi. And not a bad switch here for me, either or. You're going to see a lot of switching between Justin and Segundo. They'll play the 3 and 4 position as one player. They'll kind of switch back and forth. Justin hits a big ball, likes to pull the tee, and then Benji and Kevin like to pull the team. So you will get a 4-player rotation out of them. But they'll play standard setup with Kevin and Benji in the front, Justin and Segundo in the back. We'll see how they rotate. On the other end, it's pretty similar. Timmy and Benja have been the goal scorers and doing a fantastic job. Nico and Agustin hold down the back door, flip it around, kind of rotate around. And based on their horses, they will change up a little bit by players running through, going at goal, creating more offensive attack.
So here we go then. I think we're about ready. And as Dale was rightly saying, but it's looking like the rain seems to be easing up a little bit. But should that rain get worse, as Dale was saying, we have a lot of technical and electrical equipment out there. We will, of course, be not continuing the broadcast, but do stay tuned. That doesn't mean that they won't continue playing. But here we go then. The first ball's into play. And that is a nice little backhand there coming from Agustin Daniels. And this young man with the captain's armband, Nico Eurnekian, taking his first shot on goal. Again, not quite going where he wanted. It's going to be left now for Obregon, or have I got a little change? Yeah, I've got Nico at 3 and Agustin at 4. Thank you very much, Dale. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, that rain now does look like it's getting a little bit stronger. And always easy to spot the two Danielses. Justin, the young man with the beard, and Benji with the red helmet.
Actually, Paul, yeah, and I do disagree with you. I'm sorry, Nico's wearing the 4 today.
Oh, Nico's wearing the 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the green helmet. And Agustin is going to 3. So a little switcheroo there first. We do apologize about that. It does happen with the players. This is Nico trying to stop Segundo, but Caimi's going to get one.
So getting off to a very good start here very early on. And again,
great horsepower here.
Yeah,
oh,
I was just going to say there's absolutely a very, very quick pace being displayed here early on. And that will go. No mistake. Well played. Segundo Caimi picking up the first goal. Now, remember, they were given a goal on handicap. As Dale was saying, they total 7. TuffRider 8.
Nice, beautiful horsepower there. Coming out and hits one right to the far post and then just says, let's go for a speedster horse ride. Caimi mounted up on the chestnut.
And now back to Nico Eurnekian. He's in range. Tries to send that one around the outside. They're looking for Obregon. Working it well on the near side. Obregon closer and closer. The finish. And that one just going white, slightly out to the right-hand side.
Yeah, not an easy play here for Agustin. He picks the man up. Great job with his bay pony also. Very strong because Caimi, who we just saw on the chestnut, the bald-faced chestnut, could not push him over. Takes the ball on the near side, just wide on the shot.
Back to the team in white, Victory Polo. And that looks like one of our two Daniels brothers. Justin intercepted. Very nicely picked up here. Now then, can he get around that bend, around that corner to take it all the way? Nico Eurnekian has the ball taken off him there by Caimi. That's the young man with the number 3 on his shirt here for Victory Polo. Nicely done. Elegantly solved that little problem. And away we go then. That ball's going to go just shy of the halfway line. Benji will try and do something with it. But as I said, halfway line, that's when it was game over. Turned around now once again by the number 3, Agustin Obregon. But we did have a whistle.
Great ride-offs here early by both teams. I think it's going to be a very physical game, Yan, as this game gets going. We're live from the Santa Rita Polo Farm. And if you're out looking for a game, this ball's going to get just good passing. Just TuffRider doing what they do well, keeping the ball on angles. You saw the nice little angle there from the back shot from Nico. Enough angle for Agustin to fall onto it. Bad luck here for Segundo. He actually was in a good spot to steal that ball, but missed it and falls across the right-of-way, and you're going to get tagged on that every time you miss it. Now, sometimes if you make that play, you actually steal it, and you got a good horse. Like he was riding there, even though he had Agustin coming behind him, who's mounted up too on the bay, dark bay. If he can open the window there and not miss the ball, the umpires will let him play. It's one of those quick line changes, you know, and they may remember the window. If it stays neutral or opens, they're not going to call. You know, there's no danger. And well done here by Agustin to press him. He's going to get the open goal penalty out of it with 4:28 on the clock.
No mistake, as to be expected. And the first score now here for TuffRider. Remember that 1 goal on handicap, so 1 goal to 2.
You get 2 or 3 out of that one.
I was just going to ask you that too. It's
looked a little close, but I mean, it looked to me the placing would have been a 3 for me. The placing with Estevan, and I know these guys I work with. I have the opportunity to work with Estevan, Roddy, and Pepe, and Gaston, and we talk a lot about ball placement as a group, and so definitely that was a 3. And well done, yeah, made sense. Good job. On the bowling, picked up here, controlled by Agustin.
Very quickly turned around Obregon. Excuse me. And that rain seems to be getting a little bit stronger now. So a big shot up to the front door. Benji will try and do something with it.
Oh, he pushes people around.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the gray horse. Not to interrupt you, Yan, but he's done this like 3 times. And you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, we talked a lot about his horses that he's been playing. They seem like they're very, very strong, easy horses to play. But he gets them going and wins bumps and has energy. So good job there doing what he does well. It's going to end the chucker, Yan, or Kersey. Going to put us in the Kersey change. And you get a shot of Benji going off the chestnut onto the bay. But I want to bring it up earlier because I was really amazed. Again, we talked about him being between 60 and 80 pounds. We got to find out how much he actually weighs. But he's a little dude, little guy, and he still makes contact, but he wins ride-offs against a lot bigger horses sometimes and bigger players. So whatever he's doing, keep on doing it, Benji.
Yeah, no, very, very good indeed.
You got to give him that support. And his mom and dad, big part of what they do.
Well, he's just also a very clever player. I think he's been taught, and the Obregons we know. I mean, that's one of the big
remember he's an Ariano too, so he gets it all from all sides. Yeah. I've seen all the grandfathers out there. He's actually has, but like you said, very well taught, very well schooled. And if you watch Agustin is his uncle, and they have a great relationship. And you'll see, I've umpired their games, so I've been a little closer to them. I noticed that they're always talking, and adjusting, yeah.
Here we go, and then knock-in coming. It'll be Victory Polo up to the number 3, Segundo, the only man to have scored so far here in this first chukker, of which we still have a little under 3 minutes remaining. And, after that little play there, we have another whistle. Wouldn't mind having another closer look at that. It all started here with the knock-in coming from Agustin Daniels.
Kevin go to Caimi, and... unless Nico got over the top there, or it could go the other way. Could have the white player coming into the back of the black player. So we'll see where they adjust this. Watch. Sometimes it does work that way, Yan. And you know what? We will see. But that's what's going to happen here. It's going to be deviated coming from the backside. So the white player changing the right-of-way.
Right.
And this is all based on the umpire being in a great position to see where that line's going. But if one player is waiting for another player, that player cannot deviate off the line to try to take them. And then it goes on uneven ride-off. They make contact. Good call by the officials there. It looked to me like Nico was fine, and they'll get the penalty 4. And it's going to be Agustin. Well hit.
And well hit and well scored. So Agustin Obregon picking up his second from the line, a 3 and now a 4. And with that, of course, gets the equaliser. It is now 2 goals apiece. And we still have a good 2.5 minutes remaining here in this first of our 6 chukkers.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of plays like that, but it does come into play sometimes where the player that actually has the right-of-way will kind of commit over a little bit too much, maybe taking too much of the right-of-way up. Good job by the Mount officials. Nice goal there. 2 for 2 from the penalty line. Agustin Obregon, must needed today. Well done.
So, and again, TuffRider winning that throw-in. Down along the boards, across the field now. And again, look at there he is, Benji, doing what he does so well. Doesn't really matter where you put him, up front, in the back, in midfield. He's always got an answer. But now, another one of my favorites, Benji Daniels. Yeah, that's a very nice pass to Kevin. Little unlucky there, couldn't make contact. Picked up now once again by TuffRider. Nice little teamwork there between Eurnekian and Obregon. Little mistake in the communication. And away we go with victory. As Mr. Daniels will send that one up to the front door.
Time run out there, you got him coming from left to right. So it looked like left to right there, yeah. Bad luck here for Justin. He's got the run. He's got a lot of power here. This little pony, little short, very quick, but he hits the ball from left to right, and they jump on the right away behind him. You can see he was kind of leaning. He had to get over there. It wasn't the initial shot he wanted. Just bad luck. Good job by Agustin covering the area. Penalty 5A. Nico.
Looking for Benji. And Benji, he does like to run and gun. He's on the boards. He's got 2 defenders there. He's got Kevin in front of him and Justin just behind. But clever play by Daniels. Oh, I like this. Here we go once again. Benji trying to just put that one through. absolutely fearless, the youngster.
Yeah,
Benji.
Benji, and then first time he touched the ball, which, you know, he's been doing a lot of the clean, dirty work, as we say, a lot of ride-offs, and then he gets out in front. Seemed very comfortable there, but good job at Kevin. Second effort, Schmeits, to get the hold up, and then they go around the corner with it, and we get a whistle on the play with 109 as Agustin was trying to turn that ball, bring him back to the goal. Looks like they're going to get the opportunity to shoot a goal here. That's inside the 30, so you probably get an open goal penalty too.
And stepping up to the plate to make it possibly 3 out of 3 once again, Agustin Obregon, highest rated player on the field with 5 goals. Also wearing the captain's armband. You can see it there on his left arm. So let's see if he can make it 3 out of 3. He can. So, as you said, Dale, 100%, picking up a 2, a 3, and a 4. Maybe not quite in that order. But that puts TuffRider in the lead now by 3 goals to 2.
Yeah, that's very well done here. This is the way TuffRider coming in. No one got to give the goal up, and Caimi puts the pressure on to get one. And now this positive shooting from the penalty line, you need it to win championships. So well done.
Here we go then. Ball's back in play. This will be the last play of this chucker as the clock is ticking down. Daniels trying to work it a little bit away from that line of scrimmage, shall we say, the halfway line. Here comes the long ball from Caimi. They chase. Oh, difficult angle to try and do something with. Now let's see if Daniels can keep the ball in play and maybe even pick up another last-second goal here. Leaves it behind for brother Benji. But TuffRider standing very solid there, not letting anything go through the last few seconds. And what a shame, because it would have been nice to see Benji run that one, and that will be it. Yeah, it's a bit of a unfortunate situation. So 3
Time
goals.
run out?
Yeah. Time ran out. 3 goals, all coming from Agustin Obregon, the one from Caimi, Segundo Caimi, with the one on handicap. 3 goals to 2. We'll be right back for chucker number 2.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Well, welcome back, everybody, and a good afternoon, as it's now gone just gone 20 past midday. Game number 5 of the limited edition 8 goal 2025 TuffRider in the black shirts out there against the Victory Polo team, who are obviously, as you can see, in the white shirts. TuffRider getting off to a very good start here. As I said, they've come into this third game, or their third game, with a 1-1. And as we were suspecting, they will be looking for their second win. Victory Polo up against a very, very strong team, especially Agustin Obregon, who's been 100% from the line, picking up a penalty 2, 3, and a 4 in that first chukker. We had a goal from Segundo Caimi, picking up the only goal in that chukker, +1 on handicap. So they left the field at the end of that first period, 3 goals to 2. Dale, are we seeing already here in the first chukker signs that TuffRider are sort of taking early control, and that's going to be their game plan?
Yeah, well, they're definitely getting the ball down inside. Everything's been an open, either goal shot penalty. So that's where Victory's got to watch out moving forward here. That their defense, their TuffRiders putting pressure on them, and they're committing fouls and giving them open goal penalties, and that'll come back to haunt you. So we'll see how they adjust here in the second chukker. A lot of pole to be played still, but they don't want this to keep going the way it's going at the moment. And TuffRider looking dialed in here. Remember, third game here in the limited edition. First game for Victory. Might take them a couple chukkers just to get the, get it going here. But they'll work it out.
And that little backhand shot could just be exactly what they needed. Oh, we just got a piece of him there. The man with the green helmet and the number 4 on his back, Nico Eurnekian. Otherwise, I think Segundo Caimi would have been through there. He's on the ball again. And this time he's going to send Benji up to the front door. Let's see if... yeah. Oh. Just went wide, kept it in play. The backhand. We've got 2 Benjis, of course, out there. We've got Benji Obregon in the black shirt, and we've got Benji Daniels in the white shirt. So don't confuse the two.
Good polo.
Very good polo.
Great polo to watch. I'm telling you, they're running. And just, bad luck. And bad luck for Victory here. I mean, this is the attack. Can't put it over there. And then Benji tried to put it in. And then... You figure that ball that Benji hit sometimes gets taken out by the defense, but they had an opportunity, and then now they're going to get back here on the change of possession.
Yeah, but they're still pressuring that goalmouth as much as they can. Oh, nice little touch here. Very nicely done by Daniels. And Daniels with the finish. Well played. Put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, well done. And this is good. You want Justin coming from the number 4 position. That's going to put pressure on Benja and Timmy. They're guarding those guys. They're in the middle, working against Justin and Caimi based on the way they line out. So this is what Victory wants. They want to be able to have Justin feel free and well done. It works good here. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Yeah, well, it looked like TuffRider might have initially won this next throw-in, but they're coming in a little bit tighter now, making or shutting down the space as much as they possibly can. Still, somehow he gets through it. Agustin Obregon needs to get now past Benji Daniels. The backhand, they're on the boards, and here we go. The other Benji, that's Obregon, taking on and beating Segundo Caimi. Yeah, he's saying, get out of my way, that is my line. Just a little touch is all it takes. There you saw it again. Well played by Benji Daniels. And that secures ball possession back for the team in white, Victory Polo. But these sort of passes, and look at him, he's coming up very, very fast here. Kevin Schmeits. I didn't quite get the touch that he was hoping for. Came out very, very fast, though. Was waiting for that runner and gunner, if you will, as you always say, Dale.
Yeah, if you get Kevin a little bit lower, you might go that ball just a little bit easier. Maybe go to the man. Go to the man. Put the man on your hip, then hit the ball. Because what happens is if he goes too fast, like you said, and he gets tops it and he canes it, or something goes wrong, then you have Nico back in the ball to a 3-on-2. So Kevin needs to understand, be careful a little bit there. And I love the horsepower. Gets up on Nico, but stay with Nico. Put him on your hip. Now go to the ball. Let's get worst case scenario. Nico's going to push him to the ball, and if he misses, he's still got his man. So.
Yeah, good call, call, Dale. So we had another little incident just now whilst Dale was breaking that play down, which I'm hoping, as much as I do, you appreciate, because Dale, of course, one of the best in the business when it comes to umpiring, and we've seen him out on the horse on many, many occasions throughout this season. So we have a foul against Victory.
Middle around the middle of the field there once again, but remember we were talking about earlier, Jan, the goal shot penalties. Every penalty that Agustin has attempted has been a goal shot penalty. And when we say that, that's a 2, 3, or 4. Remember the 2, 30 yards, the 3, 40, and the 4, 60. And he's been dead on today.
Yeah.
And very strong 5 goals, Agustin Obregon. And a beautiful looking horse right here, this bay mare. Look at the confirmation on her. All right, here comes Agustin from the 60.
Deflected, a little block. And Victory Polo doing a very good job there in dodging that bullet. Daniels, he's on the move, waiting for everybody to get back in situ. Nice little play from Justin to Benji. Didn't quite get the connection. Caimi is there. Talking of horses, another very beautiful looking pony he's on. Still Segundo. Benji being as much of a nuisance as he possibly can, waiting for the right moment to come in and either ride the player off or, of course, try and hook him. Well, that's a very, very nice pass. A little bit overshot, but Benji thought he might go for the near side backhand. No, wanted to play that ball to himself in such a way he could have been in a bit more of a comfortable position.
Once again, great polo.
Yeah.
Both teams just flowing around the field. Very nice. Great passing, good defense. People switching up, picking up man. I mean, no positions out there today. And everybody getting a piece of the action.
And so is Daniels. And Daniels, just a little flick of the wrist. Well, the ball went wide, but I think there might have been a little incident just prior to that. I'm sure we'll know more when they come back. 2:36, 2:35 on the clock. We're going to have our second courtesy change. So it looks like
shot on goal, yeah. It looked like Benji was just coming back to rotate around. I don't know if he was in the play. I know he flashed across the screen there, shooting the opposite direction, but it looked to me like he was way off the play. Like I thought he was just going around to get, go cover the back door, as you could say, because they're rotating so much. Both teams in a full style 4-player rotation right now, and here in the second chukker. It'll switch up, trust me, as the day goes on. Both captained very well, both teams. And I think we're going to go to the knock-in here. Yeah, Benji was just off to the side. Looked kind of weird probably on our screens because he ran the opposite way. He's kind of like a flash of but Benji was actually just going back to get behind everybody. Brother going forward, and that rotation is going to have to happen because we talked about Justin scoring goals as he did already here. Once he goes forward at the number 4 in his back, someone's got to cover the back door.
Absolutely. So here we go. The knock-in coming from the number, excuse me, from the number 4, beg your pardon, Nico Eurnekian. And that ball just shy of going over the halfway line. In comes El Capitan with the number 3, Obregon. Another whistle, and I wouldn't mind having another closer look at that because he did come down that line very, very fast. Remember that quick ball, that quick line change. Here they come. Who has the lesser angle? Yeah, right there. Okay.
Yeah, you go back and forth here. Now, does Justin get there early enough? Now, are they calling that? If not, are they calling him riding in from behind? So it's going to be a flippy dip here, too. Let's see what they decide. Now, they've been allowing them to get in there and go to those lines pretty quick. I like the way they're calling the distance here. And so I wouldn't be surprised you don't get this for the white.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what's happened. Quickly taken and on the move once again. Mr. Daniels looking for his second goal of the afternoon. Runs into a little bit of traffic. Well played there by TuffRider. But Daniels, yeah, on the near side into the danger zone. And like he knew it was coming, Benji Obregon plays that ball into the corner. Far away as possible from the opening of that goal mouth. And here we go. Cuts across. This is clever play, very clever play by Obregon.
Another nice horse. You got him mounted up.
Pouncing ball, never easy to take. The backhand, he didn't get a nice piece of that, did Benji Daniels. And, oh, look at this, coming out of nowhere. Well done. That was Timmy Sharma. But back to pick up the pieces. and turn things around very quickly. On the near side, that, of course, is Justin. Gives it back to Nico. And now Segundo Caimi. He'll work it. Just lofted it over that halfway line. Down comes the hammer from the near side by the number 4 by Nico. But he's keeping his wits about him. Once again, Segundo Caimi has got a bit of space to work. Again, yeah, maybe slightly overshot that one. That little touch he could have done without from Nico Eurnekian, but Victory Polo still in possession. Now then, who can get to that ball first? Caimi, near side backhand, makes a swing, takes a miss, so they need to move, clear that area. But once again, luckily for Victory Polo, you've got Benji Daniels in the right place at the right time. He will now take the scenic route around the outside. A little piece would have been perfect for Timmy Sharma. So TuffRider now feeling, because I think it's fair to say you touched on it, Victory Polo coming very much alive here in the second chapter.
And they're letting them play with clean non-calls, Yan. Consistent non-calls. Plays that you might think, you know, you're okay. You got players falling over, you got players coming in, but they're calling it clean. They're calling it. Players are adapting to the style. I like it. It's fun to watch. Round and round they go. 8-goal polo, no way.
Yeah.
Hands above that.
Yes, and again, it's Victory Polo peppering that goal mouth, trying to get another shot off on goal. I think, yeah, we're going to run out of time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Woo.
So just the one goal. What a change.
What a chucker, man.
One goal for Victory, no goals for TuffRider. We'll be back. Stay with us. Chucker number 3 is coming up in just a few moments.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and you know, huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Well, players not wasting any time. Once again, a very good afternoon. Welcome back. Great to have you with us. A limited edition 8-goal 2025 game number 5. A TuffRider against Victory Polo. Dale, what a turnaround after such a strong start from TuffRider in that first chukker. Goalless, an unanswered goal in chukker number 2. Victory Polo very quickly adapting here. You said they might take a chukker or two just to get into the flow of things.
They adapted quicker than I thought they
did.
They
certainly.
I mean, I mean, this is a neutral. They win by a goal, this chucker, but they cleaned up their act. They did not, you know, when you foul 3 or 4 times in the first chucker and give up all the open goals, you're talking to each other. Trust me, everyone's talking to each other. And good job by Victory to clean that up. I mean, they just came out fearless and played with pace. Yeah, and they didn't really fall into any of the TuffRiders' control. They actually took control of it. So here we go. This is going to be a big chucker, just for, you know, just for the how you play the second half. Let's see who capitalizes here.
And it looks like also the rain seems to, I don't know what it looks like it's on your screen, but it seems to be dying down a little bit.
I think it was really good. It was actually, the little rain that came in doesn't seem to be affecting any of the horses. That's what we're looking for. If you see any horses slip, that's where the umpires are going to be, you know, a little more judgmental based on that. But no, we look good here again.
So a little under the next shot there, an appeal coming from the elder of the two brothers, Justin. And, careful, careful, careful. Captain Agustin Obregon wanted to run away with it. I thought we might see a whistle on that play.
Yeah, it's so smart, Augustine. He kind of baits Justin in here a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Adolfo and Memo used to do it to me all the time, so I know how Justin feels. But when you get in there, you're trying to make that play. You're trying to make the hook, and then you're moving, and then the player with the ball, he knows he's beat. So what he does, he sets you up.
Yep.
And then you get your horse's head underneath him,
Yep.
and now you're in trouble.
Yep.
And now with the riding in from behind rule, so you just got to learn from it and stay more to the inside. You'll adjust. It's not hard to adjust to that play, but you need to get caught in it a few times, and then you figure out to keep to the side. Good job by Augustine. They'll just take to the center for the 5B. It's going to be Nico.
And it's going to be met by Daniels. Justin. He had Timmy Sharma coming straight down to try and resalvage that ball and get possession back for TuffRider. It wasn't to be. Daniels. Yeah, cleverly played now, and I'm sure he'll be taking away a lot from that last play. Daniels has a little bit of space. There's the pass. I think he might have been looking for brother Benji, but this man, Nico Eurnekian, he has other ideas. Takes it out. Now on the near side. Good ball control. Benji on his hip. Left behind. Justin coming in for the support. The ball goes out of play.
Yep. Good second effort, Benji.
Yep.
Nico, very well done. Offside, near side, running the gunning, gets in the corner. Got a flip from the offside to the near side. Has no problem with that. Looked very smooth. But then Benji, problem with that ball when Nico hits it under the neck and tries to take it forward to near side. Now you got someone coming on your right side, and he's going to bump you. Good job by Benji.
Here we go then. Brother Justin gets the game back underway with a knock-in. He's going to have to play his own ball. Well played, Justin. Down comes the hammer on the near side from Benji. Now, was that number 4? No, I might have said no call on that play. I thought maybe Nico might have just cut across the right away of the Segundo Caimi. That one might have just slipped through the net. Little backhand shot down the boards. A little deflection. Now then, Daniels to Daniels, possibly. No, Daniels to Caimi. Segundo will get the ball over the halfway line. Wants to try and shake Benji Obregon. He's, of course, trying to push him very hard. Goes for the man first. Slams on the brakes, does Segundo. Looking at that goal mouth. And, yeah, that's what I thought he was going to try and do. Take a long-distance shot. Ball is still in play. And now runs out of bounds. Good idea.
Yeah. Once again, both teams working hard. Back and forth, no goals scored, and defensive battle, but spaced out very well. They're both playing a hit-and-run style. I love that. They haven't gone to the control play yet. Staying true to their styles, both teams, and at the moment, playing neutral polo.
Little open backhand from brother Benji. He's found Justin. Couldn't quite control the ball on the initial contact. Plays it back into the traffic. Not quite sure what he was thinking there. I would have probably played that one and tried to lose the traffic, but away we go. And that's what can happen. TuffRider, not wasting any time. Nico Eurnekian. But Caimi, Segundo Caimi, they're all doing a lot of hard work here. As you said, open, clean polo. And now another chance here for Segundo to take it all the way. He's going to be up against the captain. The 5-goaler comes in front, tops the ball. He's put it out to the right-hand side. First man to get there will be, once again, with the number 4, Nico Eurnekian. Oh, and I was going to say, he came in. You've got to time that sort of a play. But definitely a big A for effort, and he's not going to ease up there. Once again with the number 2, Benji Daniels trying to challenge the captain, Obregon. But, of course, with 5 goals and many, many years of experience, he knows exactly how to get out of a sticky situation like that. But I got to say, I like the way Benji's sticking to it.
Oh, great play. And Benji with the steal, too, on Nico. Earlier, as you said, you got to time that perfectly. And this is Augustine going to the control, and makes sense to me because not that they're playing bad. Is just you got to get something going. You got to figure out something. Let's change it up a little bit. And this is what he does very well. Control the ball, and let's see if they make a mistake. And in this case, they're going to make a mistake. And they're going to foul him right around center, which you know is going to get moved to the 60. So that's going to put him back on the line for a penalty 4. And more importantly, a goal shot penalty instead of a 5 from the center. Skilled player. You know, when it's tied like this, 3-3, two teams very even, you need to reach into the bag of tricks. And Agustin does it well. Great horses by both teams here in the first half. Can't wait to see the second half. Mounting it up. I don't see anybody taking over. I love the chestnut of Caimi early when he scores the goal. Definitely horsepower there. And I wouldn't be surprised you don't see her come back. And then the bay, Augustin's got a few bays that he rides. I'm mixed up on that. Are very powerful. They seem to get him out in front. And when he gets out there, then he gets in the comfort zone. Timmy doing his thing, bouncing around and making plays, doing the clean, dirty work. Had a couple runs. Benja, again, no goals yet. This is when they really get rolling, and I don't know why they're not really trying for this, but we'll see if they don't, come in the second half. But get Timmy and Benji out there, pulling the team a little bit. Let's look at Justin's big number, the number on his back, not the one in the front, the little number. And but this is working for them. They are getting, they're getting a 3 out of this. So even better. Well done, Agustin. 4 for 4.
Absolutely.
And now they either got them running with players downfield there, Yan. I don't think there was any. There wasn't anything else that went on unless you had a player with an appeal, but I doubt that they would have called that in from the side for us. So moving the ball, they'll stay consistent on it. They've done a great job with that. Little chat here from Captain Segundo Caimi with Esteban Ferrari, talking it out.
And the ball's back in play with a little over 2 minutes remaining. So TuffRider, after that converted penalty, regained the lead 4-3. Now let's see if Mr. Daniels can very quickly respond. 1, 2, 3. Nicely done. And that took all of, 5-6 seconds. So well played, Justin.
Yeah, big play here. Win in the bowl and get the offensive attack. Timmy trying to stay with them, but again, all horsepower. Remember, everybody on fresh legs. Benji's trying to get there, but good chance. Good luck. And beautiful bay mare here from Agustin Daniels. As wow, that one can get up and run too. So Justin getting out in front, picking up his second goal today.
Indeed. And the equaliser. Here we go then, 1 minute and 20 on the clock. We're in the final stages of the first half. Benji Obregon with a little backhand. Unfortunately, no TuffRider shirt to take it on. Instead, it will be Victory Polo, who once again coming up very alive here. Now then, the little switcheroo, nicely done between Daniels and Caimi. Caimi will take it, and I'm sure they would love to go into the halftime break with a slight advantage. In comes the bump and the ride off there from Nico Eurnekian. Seems to be not phased in the slightest. Segundo Caimi will leave that one for Daniels. Up to the front door now then. Difficult angle, but why not indeed try just that? Oh, unlucky Benji. I could have sworn that was going to go in, but that was the play. A difficult one to do when you're coming at that angle and at that speed.
Daniels brothers hooking up though, doing a good job, moving the ball. I'm giving this first half the victory a little bit here, Yan. They need to clean the penalties up. They only given a couple at the end. The first chucker hurt them. TuffRider needs to get back to what they do well. Let's see if they can get that rhythm going. And victory seems to be settling in well.
Just a few seconds remaining, and just before that ball went over the halfway line, Justin was right there to pick it up. Justin now, straight out to the left-hand side, looking for Segundo. Segundo got a piece of it, but he had a man on Nico Eurnekian. That put a little bit of a spanner in the works. So now, Agustin Obregon. Well, was the whistle before the bell or the horn?
Too bad, because he's got Benji running on the outside here. Keep an eye on the red helmet. He's going to come flying across right there. Off to the races. He runs by everybody. And then when he gets going, we've seen him run the goal really well. Big things got to happen here. Yan, you got to get Timmy and Benji going forward a little bit. They need to work something out. Even if they sacrifice some plays, I would say there, a victory on the other side, they cleaned up the penalties. And, well, we got a pretty good match for you. So I'm going to say goodbye. And you are going to take over the second half, Yan and Frank.
Thank
so
you.
I want to say a happy belated birthday once again, because every day is your birthday, Yan, in my eyes.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys at 3 o'clock as Yan will take over the second half. Once again, thank you for staying with us here for the 2025 limited edition 8 goal.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckles and Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day. have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Giving me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Well, welcome back. Great to have you with us here. Just coming up to 1 o'clock on this Tuesday. Slightly overcast, but very mild and a little bit humid temperatures out there. We had a little bit of rain earlier on, but nothing to write home about, and nothing which we were dreading might have to cancel the broadcast. So I'm glad we're able to continue bringing you this fifth game of the limited edition 8 Gold 2025. Let me just give you, as you can see on your screen, some of the players still in the tents waiting to come out. Let me just give you a quick rundown of who's out there. If you've only just joined us, we've got TuffRider in the black shirts, led by Benji Obregon at number 1, playing off 0 goals. Timmy Sharma, number 2, also playing off 0 goals. And then at number 3, Agustin, the captain, Obregon, 5 goals. And Nico Eurnekian, the 3-goaler, at number 4. That team, TuffRider, totaling a handicap of 8. They're up against Victory Polo. Good shot there of the tent of Victory Polo, as I said, there in the white shirts. Kevin Schmeits at number 1, and he's had a couple of really good runs to goal in that opening half. He's playing off 0 goals at number 2, the first of the 2 Daniels brothers. We've got Benji Daniels, the 1 goaler at number 2. Then we go Segundo Caimi playing at number 3 of 4 goals. And the other Daniels, Justin, the 2 goaler, playing at number 4. He's picking up 2 goals in Chukka 2 and 3. Segundo picking up a goal in the first. It all started really, really strong for TuffRider. Agustin Obregon picking up 3 goals from the penalty line, a 2, a 3, and a 4 in that opening Chukka. As I say, just the 1 goal coming from Segundo Caimi. Chukka number 2 was when Victory were up and running the way where we expected them to be. No goals from TuffRider, just the 1. Once again, coming from Justin Daniels, making it 3 goals apiece. And then it was very even in Chukka number 3. A lot of fast polo, was a lot of to and froing. A penalty 3 for Agustin Obregon, putting his team in the lead, but only briefly until once again Justin Daniels got the equaliser. So that's how they left it, 4 goals apiece, as the players are making their way back out here at Santa Rita to play the second half. But we've got a little bit more polo lined up for you today, this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Very much looking forward to the next game, and that'll be game number 3 in the John T. Oxley Memorial. We'll be telling you all about that, this very special tournament to the club. And then, of course, it's that time of the week, Tuesday afternoons. And you know what that means? That means sunset chukkers, even though we might not have much of a sunset at the moment. It is only, like I say, just coming up to 1 o'clock, so hopefully this afternoon the cloud will break and we will have another, which is turning out to be so well received, sunset chukkers and cocktails over at Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 1, and that'll be taking place right after that game I was telling you about earlier, or just now, the John T. Oxley game number 3. And I can already tell you now they're playing there this afternoon. Remember, that is a 16-goal tournament. Casablanca will be taking on Quaitonzi. But now let's focus our attention here on this game, as we have a long knock-in coming. But Mr. Daniels, there he is. Brother Benji tucks in behind. He's been the driving force here for a Victory Polo. Sending that one straight down the middle. Sharma gets a piece of it, leaves that one behind for Nico. Nico stops and turns, and this is basically how they played the latter half of the first half. Very a lot of toing and froing, and a nice little run here now from Timmy Sharma. Slightly topped it. Checks, very well played. Timmy now all the way just to... Oh, my goodness, how unlucky can you get? That was literally a matter of inches there. He did all the hard work. So well done, Timmy Sharma, taking that ball down. And, yeah, literally maybe no more than 5 or 6 inches. So, Victory dodging a bullet and not wasting any time. Getting things underway. Oh, that's a little mistake which could have eventually cost them dearly. They got a little bit lucky. Little turnaround, and that was an interesting idea there from Daniels to play it back to Segundo Caimi. Well, all's well that ends well, and that's what's happened here. Coming across, taking the man first, then the ball. Well played here by Nico Eurnekian. TuffRider want to capitalize the fact that they are now literally knocking on the door here. A Victory Polo gets the ball away from the boards. Little deflection. Ball going out to the left-hand corner. Obregon will be the first man to get to that ball. He's got Caimi with him. Everybody now in that corner. Nice little turn. Everybody needs to make a little bit of space here to allow Obregon to make the play. And he'll be happy to get that ball as far away from that corner as he possibly can. Going away, or going to the far post on that under the neck shot. Slightly overshot it. But... as I say, wanted to get himself into a position away from that corner to take a shot on goal. So, TuffRider flexing their muscles here. Again, standing very deep here in the half of Victory Polo. Daniels, will that go through? Kevin Schmeits will tuck in behind Daniels. The backhand shot coming in again. His brother Justin. This time Segundo will tuck in behind. Slightly top that ball, but he'll probably get another piece of this. Yeah, and then we have a dead ball, and the first man on that line, even though he was quick, but didn't get to it quick enough, was Segundo Caimi. behind now for from Obregon for Eurnekian. He'll play it out to the left-hand side. Nobody there except Agustin Daniels. He was probably trying to make a set play there with Agustin Obregon. And away we go with Segundo. Up against the young man with the little red helmet, but the big talent, Benjamin Obregon. Picked up now by the other Benjamin Daniels. Loses control of the ball, but gets the backing there he needed from Segundo. Segundo taking the ball around the outside, all of the traffic. Now then, for the cut shot. Well, that's what he was trying to tee up a nice angle to play a 90-degree angle there. Shot didn't quite get the result he was hoping for, but again, nice, clean, open polo, just the way they were playing in that first half. And as this was so close to the pony lines, and after the amount of time that they've been working out there, running and gunning, so a good opportunity to quickly change ponies. You can see a good 3:20:24 to be precise left on the clock before they come back out. So still no score so far in this fourth chukker, the first of the second half. And again, for those of you who've just joined in, TuffRider already with a win and a loss to their name. They took on and beat Tanakana. Very close game that was. Beat them in overtime, 8-7, but unfortunately lost to Amaro 7-9. This is the first appearance of Victory Polo, who are aware, of course, of these stats and would very much like to pick up their first win. Amaro, who've also already played twice, they took on Kwaiton Z, beat them in overtime 11-10, and also took care of business, beating TuffRider 9-7. So they're at the moment with a clean record. So let's see how TuffRider will do here today. They really very much need to get that win under their belt, as do Victory Polo. But away we go, a nice little run here, just zigging and zagging through that Victory Polo defense. A long ball, he's chasing it for the finish. This could be the first coast-to-coast run and play that we've seen of this match. And that ball will just get cleared, but it's still right in front of that goal mouth. Benji a little bit wrong-footed, and I'm talking about Benji Obregon, who was trying to finish what was started there by Nico. And that ball, unfortunately, also just going ever so slightly wide. So, again, incredible pace being played here by both of these teams. Ball without out of bounds. No rest for the wicked, as they say. And very quickly, Agustin Daniels trying to find either Segundo or brother Benji. He's going to have to go back and start again. Nicely done. Segundo trying to take care of Obregon. Now, these are the kind of little dangerous plays that they need to be very careful of, especially when they're so close in front of that goal mouth. Now the job is up to Segundo. Daniels will take on Obregon. Segundo once again choosing to go and play it along the right-hand side. Now, this is a clever play. That rotation working very well. Back to Daniels. Daniels across the field. Looking now for Benji. But he's going to be... Oh, no, he's not. I thought he might... Oh, well, he did. I thought he might have gotten away and beaten Agustin Obregon. He steals the ball back for TuffRider. Has two on his left, one in front. Daniels. There they are, the two brothers nearly colliding. Little turnaround, back over to that halfway line. A good pickup. And here we go then. Nico Eurnekian. Can he outrun Segundo Caimi? Well, he needs the support, and he's getting... Oh, that was very close. That was extremely close. A little bit of a rub on that play there. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that whistle. Late as it may have been, but that whistle, very important. Let's have another close look at this. There is... Yeah, you see Benji Obregon coming down that line. That, for me, was already a bit too close. And then they really rubbed Daniels and Obregon. So a lot going on out there. And let's see what Ferrari and Matthews, our two mounted officials, make of that. Because, as I say, there's a lot going on there, especially that second foul. We'll have to wait and see what foul they're going to actually play it on. But everybody's making their way towards that north end goal mouth, and you know who was going that way, so looks like this is going to go against, and that does make sense, against Victory Polo. Some words of explanation there and breakdown coming from Mr. Matthews. So a penalty in favour of TuffRider, and this young man, Agustin Obregon, has been so good from the penalty line. I think there was only one penalty for that he just put slightly wide, but he picked up a 4 earlier in chucker number 1. He picked up a 3 and a 2, and now an open goal penalty 2 again 4, and no mistake for Mr. Agustin Obregon, and exactly like he did in chucker number 4, puts his team back in the lead by 1 from the line. So that's his 5th goal scored from the penalty line. 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 4. As they make their way back to the halfway line with a little over a minute, or by the time they get there, probably about a minute remaining here in chucker number 4. So as I said, don't forget this afternoon, 3 o'clock, Dale be back as well for the John T. Oxy Memorial, our 3rd game in that tournament. And then this afternoon, of course, subject to weather, but I have all the faith in the world. We are in Florida after all. Somebody once said to me, every 15 minutes, you know, the weather can change. So hopefully we'll have another very, very enjoyable sunset, chuckers and cocktails right after and on the same field as the John T. Oxy Memorial. Back now here to this game, and Mr. Daniels working it very, very hard. Did not get the reward he wanted. Segundo Caimi, surely from there. A little touch, just the smallest of touches. Quick line change. Well done by Obregon for TuffRider. But as you can see, we've come to the end of chucker number 4. So just the 1 goal once again for TuffRider. Plenty to play for when we return. Victory Polo down by 1, but that I'm sure will not stay long. Join us. We'll be right back for chucker number 5 and 6.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the Polo heaven. It's perfect.
Welcome back. Lovely image there from our drone pilot, Austin, of the lovely Santa Rita and the field where we're playing on. Welcome back. As I say, 2 more chuckers lie ahead for the limited edition 8 Gold 2025. TuffRider in the black shirts against Victory Polo in the white. Just the 1 score in that last chucker from the penalty 2 line for TuffRider. So both teams now with an unanswered, or a goal with an unanswered chucker. for TuffRider was chucker number 2, Victory Polo chucker number 4, and the scoreline, which will be up on your screens very shortly, will read 5-4 for TuffRider. And as Dale was suggesting, this is going to be a very tough game, to say the least. TuffRider obviously very much chasing that second win, and Victory Polo would like to get and keep a clean slate here, as this is their first match in the limited edition 8 goal. Here we go then, ball thrown back into play, and let's see if Victory Polo can first of all pick up the equaliser. Well, that ball was saved just before it went over the back line. But I'm just wondering whether or not there was a whistle prior to that. I wouldn't mind having another closer look at that. While the ball came off the back line from a defender, so at least they know they've got another shot on goal in the form of a 6, a penalty 6, which is the equivalent, as you know, I'm sure, of a corner. But I wasn't quite sure whether or not Segundo Caimi might have been taken out of the play there by 2 players. Remember the 2-on-1 or even the sandwich attack. You can't tackle a player from 2 sides. Well, umpires are going to go with the straightforward penalty 6, and it'll be taken by Segundo Caimi. So let's see if he can pick up his second goal here of the afternoon. He's hit it low. Didn't get anywhere near the vicinity of the goal. And then the very nice touch here. Well, that really was a clever bit of play. Let's have another closer look at this. So the ball gets played very low. It's in front of the goal mouth. And then Daniels leaves it. And just the coolest of touches here by Kevin. So well done, Kevin Schmeits, being in the right place at the right time, having an incredible good eye for the ball, and also choosing the right shot to play. So well done, Kevin. And that puts the Victory Polo team right back in this game. We have a set of 5s. We're in the 5th chucker. They've won the throw-in. And that will be left behind again for the man who's just scored. He will in turn give it back to Segundo. Segundo gets a bump there from Nico Eurnekian. Now then, let's see if Nico's going to try and run this one himself. He just needs to get round the outside of Benji Daniels, and he will shut him down where he can. In comes the other Benji, both wearing a red helmet, of course, and that is Benji Obregon, but in the black shirt, of course. We'll leave that one behind for Agustin, his uncle. Has a little space and room to work in. Leaves the first defender behind. A little flick of the wrist, just trying to get out of, or through, I should say, Kevin Schmeits. So very unlucky, but this could be a breakaway play now for Segundo Caimi and Victory Polo. Not a clean touch. Who gets on that line first? Well, they're going to let advantage prevail here. Daniels wants it back, gets the pass from Segundo. Very good play here. Now Daniels opens his shoulders, takes a shot, aiming and scoring. Cracking goal here, and what a great play if you think about where it started. Absolutely top draw, and I'm going to say a great finish. Let's have another look at this. I'm having a look at it on my screen. Well, to me, actually, I have to confess, looked like it went pretty far out wide. So no goal from what I can deduce here. Now, of course, the goal judges there. No, I think we're right. So nonetheless, it was a great play, but very unlucky for Benji. He went for he chose the right post, which was the far post, but unfortunately did not get the goal. That ball went just slightly wide. So here we go then, the quick turnaround. Now then, let's see if TuffRider can capitalize on this. In comes Timmy Sharma. Sharma needs a bit of support. He gets it now from Nico Eurnekian on his way to goal. A tight angle and more or less the same distance, I think, that ball going wide. So both of these teams running and gunning and playing a very, very fast-paced 8-goal. Knock-in coming. A little changeroo. It'll be Segundo Caimi. Plays it across into the midfield. Looking for Daniels. Gets beaten there by Nico. And we have a whistle. So let's just see what happened here. So the ball going out to the right-hand side, puts a bit of a spin on it. So a new line change. And that's Benji Daniels suggesting that should have been his right of way. And as you can see, the umpires seem to agree with him. So based on when that foul took place, they're going to move it up to a 5B. So a hit from the center in favor of victory. Yeah, a little unlucky there as Benji Daniels secured his that line very quickly. So here we go. They're not wasting any time. Straight down the middle. I think he was looking for Kevin Schmeits. Ball didn't quite get through, but he's getting stronger and stronger, Benji. Little open backhand, and he was facing the right way. Segundo Caimi couldn't control it. Left now for Obregon, the other Benji. He now gets a bit of a bump there. And Nico Eurnekian will pick it up. What's he going to do now? He's on the boards. He's got the number 2, Daniels, trying to shut him down as much as he can. Ball went over the boards, but now the question is, who did it come off from? So there will be a change of possession. Let's have another closer look here. They all make their way to the boards. Yeah, the hard ride off. Another touch by somebody. Ah, okay. Of all the places where a ball could escape, it's exactly where the sideboards meet. There's a little hole there. You might, well, you probably can't see it, but where the boards are put together, there is a little tiny little, like I would call it, a Tom and Jerry mouse hole. I'm having another close look at this. So that is a 1 in probably a gazillion chance, and that ball would find exactly that little passageway to run through. Oh, that's very unlucky for Benji Daniels. Ball just disappeared because it was rolling. So a little bit unfortunate there. But courtesy change as the 2 umpires probably also in disbelief that of all the chances of that ball going through where the boards connect, there's always a little bit of a gap there that the ball would find its way right through there. So let's see what the umpires decide on this, because clearly the ball did not go over the sideboards out of regular play. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what the umpires will do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they call a throw in. No, they're going to actually drop the ball. So that's just a little bit of bad luck there for Victory Polo. Or rather, I should say, for TuffRider, because Victory Polo, and I can understand that they've given them the ball because, like I said, the ball stayed within the parameters of the field. So here we go, quick knock-in. And let's see if they can drill one and put it through. That's going to be a little bit too short for Daniels. You would like to have put that one in. And we seem to have had a little bit of an incident there on the left-hand side of our screens. Of our screen, you know, 2 players coming together. And not only that, they're on the same team. But not only that, they're actually related. So I suppose when it rains, it pours. But everybody seems to be okay. And Agustin Obregon and Benji Obregon just colliding there a little bit, but of course unintentionally. And as you can see, Agustin, he's okay. He's going to get back on the pony. The pony looks a little bit bewildered. I beg your pardon, Nico. I do apologize. Yeah, Nico and Benji colliding there. So I do apologize. Nico Eurnekian and Benji colliding. Nico seems to be okay. The pony looked a little bit bewildered. So everything's okay. And we still have 3:45 on the clock here in the 5th and penultimate chukker. And ball will be dropped. And it'll be given to TuffRider, and away we go. So all's well that ends well, but they've still got to cross the entire field. Knock-in coming from Obregon. And he's going to stay in possession. We'll leave that one behind. Nico will drive that one out to the right-hand side, looking for Benji. He was just beaten to it. Oh, a little bit of a mistake here. Obregon will jump onto this very quickly and drag and pull the team with him. Benji comes in from behind now, going up. That rotation working well. Well, he did, but was he quick enough in clearing out of the way? That's what I think the question will be asked here. Let's have another look at that play. It all started here when Agustin took the ball. And then you see he tees it up or leaves it. It was a bit of a far reach, and already jumped on that line very quickly was Segundo Caimi. So unfortunate little right away situation, a bit of a blocking foul unintentionally. He tried to clear, but it was too late. And now let's see if Obregon, Benjamin Obregon, I'm sure, oh my goodness, he's been waiting for this, I'm sure, since the beginning of the game, and then he gets a big chance like that, and the ball just goes wide. How unlucky. Again, I wouldn't mind having another look at that, because he just broke away from the pack, controlled the ball, and yeah, wasn't able to get the finish. So knock-in very quickly taken here by Segundo Caimi. Won't be able to get past Obregon, and Obregon wants to make the most of the fact that they are so close in front of that goal mouth. A little touch again, he's there. Little unlucky, everybody overrides. Left now for Nico Eurnekian. He'll put that through with ease, no problem. And that once again, just ever so slightly finding that little angle. And that will put his team, TuffRider, back in the lead by 6-5. 2 minutes, or by the time they get back to the halfway line, a little bit less than 2 minutes remaining here in Chukka number 5. So this really is a hit-and-miss game. It could still very much go either way. I think it's fair to say that both teams are not only extremely well mounted, but also playing at a very, very high and extremely balanced level. Looking at my score sheet, there hasn't been a single Chukka where there was ever more than 1 goal difference between these two teams. It was 3-2 at the end of the first, 3 goals apiece, 4 goals apiece, and now 5-4 in Chukka at the end of Chukka number 4. At the moment, as you can see, 6-5. So still very much anyone's game. It'll be down to the unforced error, or the forced unforced error by either of these two teams to force the opposition to making a foul play that they can maybe capitalize on. On this particular occasion, it's going to go in favor of TuffRider. And let's see if they can actually extend that lead for the first time to 2 goals. A shot on goal coming up from Agustin Obregon. And the way he's teeing that ball up, it would suggest he's going to try and go for the direct hit. Also a very nice looking pony Roddy Matthews is riding. Beautiful colours. So just waiting for the umpire to call play. And then let's see if TuffRider can indeed do, which so far no team has done in this game, pick up another goal and extend that lead to 2 goals. Well, there seems to be something going on somewhere on the field, which at the moment I can't see, as we're waiting for some of the players to make their way back out on the field. I think now play has been called, so he's got the green light. Here we go then. Agustin Obregon. Oh, a little touch. A little touch. Looked like it might have just gone through, but just wide. I think that came off Timmy Sharma, if I'm not mistaken. Just tried to steer that ball through the posts, but the ball went wide. So here we go then. Agustin Daniels. And there he is, the man I just spoke about. Backhand, didn't make a clean touch on that. And Victory will make the most of this opportunity. They're in the half of TuffRider, who very quickly turn things around. And now then, Nico Eurnekian looks like he's got a clear and clean run to goal. If he doesn't fumble it, he's got a man coming down the line. That is Agustin Daniels, the finishing touch. Didn't get the connection. Daniels clears it. And away we go. This could be the final run and the return run here from Segundo Caimi. Just beaten to it. Obregon. Could see that teammate was coming down the line. Agustin Obregon. Little cut shot. And Daniels. Oh, he's left it behind. Oh, no, he hasn't, because we had the final horn. So a goal apiece in chukker number 5, making it 6 goals to 5 in favour of TuffRider. All to play for, especially for victory. When we come back, stay with us. We'll be right back with the 6th and final chukker.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Well, we promised you an exciting game. I think it's safe to say we've delivered as we expected here. The limited edition 8 goal, the 5th match in this very thrilling and exciting tournament, as all the games have been. And this is now the 6th and final chukker between TuffRider, who picked up a goal. Nico Eurnekian picking up a goal in chukker number 4. I beg your pardon, number 5, as did Kevin Schmeits. And away we go now with chukker number 6. So TuffRider, first of all, looking for, or rather Victory Polo, looking for the much-needed equaliser to then maybe steal a cheeky goal right at the very end. Bit of a stick fight going on here. It's going to be all about possession now. TuffRider will be looking to try and extend that lead, which is what they were doing all throughout chukker number 5. And Victory, as I say, looking for that much-needed equaliser. On the move then, Victory couldn't control it. In comes the second of our two Danielses, Benji and Daniel, of course, and Justin working very well together. But it's that TuffRider and Obregon weaving his way left to right, right to left, a little touch. And that ball just going over the back line. So very good defensive play here from Victory Polo, shutting them down as quickly as they can. Now, was that an uneven ride-off? I'm just having another closer look here at my screen. Looks pretty clean to me. There was contact from Obregon with, I beg your pardon, contact, yeah, with Agustin Obregon and Benji. Right, okay. Well, I'm just being told we're actually trying to determine whether or not, well, who the ball came off of, to determine whether or not there could be a penalty 6, so a corner. Very difficult to see. The play on the near side from Daniels was clean, so definitely no foul. But the determining of who had the final touch is very difficult to deduce, despite the drone footage, where that ball actually came off. There were 2 mallets. We've got the one of Agustin Obregon, and then, of course, the one of Daniels. The mallet heads connect. Ball jumps up. So that'll be looked at frame by frame. Interesting one. Well, our producers will be looking at that. Our instant replay official also will be taking a very close look at that. Of course, this is the kind of play that the umpires, and rightly so, should be able to trigger. So let's have another closer look at that. Well, looks like they've made up their mind, and it's gone to a regular knock-in for Victory Polo. Game continues. Picked up now by Obregon. Obregon will leave Daniels behind. He now knows that he's got Benji Obregon going up the field. He will leave that one for Nico. He was in a much better position to make that play and pass that ball up into the red zone or into the danger zone. So now Benji Daniels with Benji Obregon behind. Nice little cut shot. Nico will shut down Segundo if he can. There it comes, the near side backhand shot. Caimi holding fort and just keeping a very close eye on where that ball's going to go to. So good play there by Segundo. Back to Nico Eurnekian. Oh, he fumbled that one, and now this could be a nice... Well, hang on, we have a whistle. We have a whistle on that play. Ronnie Matthews would have been right there, so let's have another close look. That's where the quick line change takes place. Yeah, now was that an uneven ride-off? That will be the question. Was there a little bit of shading going on? Well, the umpires and Roddy Matthews was right on top of that play, so he will have had the best view of that little scenario. Ball's been dropped. And this could be an interesting situation here. Penalty 4 is the consequence. And now then, the two playing number 3 and number 4, Obregon and Eurnekian. Looks like Nico has said, Agustin, over to you. You've been so solid, and he has, from the penalty line. And let's see if he can make this one count. Well, it was definitely high. It looked pretty straight to me. Goal judge waving the flag, and I'm having another very close look at this. Well, drone footage does give us a very good idea, but of course, the umpire and the goal judge who were right there, they will have seen it best. Well, looks like the goal does stand. So well done indeed. Agustin Obregon picking up his 6th goal of the match. And for the first time, we have a 2-goal advantage in favour of TuffRider. So now the pressure even more on Victory Polo to see if they can claw back 2 very, very important and much needed goals. Well, you can see the ball was thrown into play. Let's have another look here. Ball's in play. Little touch, new line change. Who was there first? That'll be the question. Who had the lesser angle? They were coming from all kinds of angles. And this is why it's so important for the 2 mounted officials to, one, be parallel to the play and the other one behind the play. So you basically, in effect, get 2 sides of a square, which can make life so much easier in deducing, you know, where that ball came from, who then had the lesser angle. Again, a play that the umpires, of course, can trigger, but they've managed to work it out amongst themselves, and it's going to be a very, very big opportunity now for Victory Polo. Segundo Caimi only scored in the first chukker, hasn't scored since. Been doing a lot of work. I don't want to take that away from him, but let's see now when it's most needed. He can pick up another goal. Unfortunately, not on this occasion. So it stays 7 goals to 5, that 2-goal advantage. Let's see if they can carry that over the next 4:20. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain here in Chukka number 6, and we still have a courtesy change coming up, which looks like some of the players are going to make the most of now, as they are so close to said pony lines. And that's what they need now. Fresh horses, just to have that little advantage. Still plenty of time to turn this around here for victory. But as I said, that penalty fall from Agustin Obregon has given Team TuffRider a 2-goal advantage for the first time in this game. Let's see if they can carry that over the time. Victory, I'm sure, and that is a slight advantage, of course, for them as well. They have, when they come back, they'll have possession. They'll be on fresh ponies. And what they ideally need now is a coast-to-coast to run that ball or play it in such a way. And we've been talking a lot about the so-called one-touch polo. Well, even at this level, be it 6-26, that seems to be manifesting itself more and more and more. Obviously, the big influence there coming from, anything above 20 goals. And we, of course, here have at the Grand Champions Polo Club, the World Polo League. And you see the way these boys are playing, literally a touch, a touch, a touch, a goal. Another touch, and another goal. And I think that is the way polo is going to be going in the future. So the precision-ness of, or the preciseness of the passing is going to become more and more a key factor of the game. Here we go then, and I have to correct myself. It was a knock-in coming from TuffRider. So even more of a bit of a pressure now on Victory Polo. And TuffRider would like to extend that lead to 3. That's a nice ball up to Benji. Obregon puts a little bit of a spin on it. He might just, no, he won't. I was going to say he might just keep that ball within the field. It went wide. So now then, this is where Victory Polo need to make it count, and they need to be quick about it. The clock has no more mercy. It'll be knock-in coming from Agustin Daniels. Plays it out to the left-hand side. He's got Segundo on his left, but no one else to play it to. In comes the first challenger. Obregon, Benjamin, broken play, picked up quickly here now by Agustin. And Agustin will be looking for a little pathway to get through. Still Obregon, it's cleared, play towards the board. Segundo Caimi was waiting. Needs to just control it, but look, he's got 2 TuffRider players on him straight away. Eurnekian and Obregon. They've stolen it back. Benji now needs to be quick. Everybody overrides. And it'll be left for Nico. And even he overrides, but he's able to get the ball back still. Nico. Obregon. I thought my tuck in behind. Well, one's gone up to the front. Still Nico. Goes for the under the neck shot. Oh my goodness, that really was a Remington. Not much goal to shoot at there, but he gave it a shot. So now then, Justin. Seems that everybody seems to be overriding the ball in that particular half of the field. We've had 3 or 4 players do the same thing. Daniels goes back and picks it up. Has it stolen, and now Nico Eurnekian with a clear pathway to goal. Fumbled, left behind, and I'm very happy to say that Benji Obregon gets the much-deserved goal after this broken play. Here you have it again. The steal came from Nico, and the fact that Benji Obregon jumped on that play straight away gave him carte blanche to put that one through. So 3 goals now. TuffRider really turning it on. And only 1 minute and 20 or thereabouts by the time they all get back to the halfway line left here for Victory Polo to pick up now 3 goals. And, well, we're always very optimistic here at CTV Sports Studios. It's always, the glass is always half full, never half empty. But with the time that is needed just to win the throw-in, score the goal, get back to the halfway line, have the throw-in, win the ball and pick up another goal. it's going to make it very difficult. On this occasion, no problem. So they pick up 1 goal. We'll give that to Segundo Caimi. I think he got the last touch on that. Let's have another closer look. Yeah, left behind, and Segundo gets the piece, and he tried to clear it. Benji Obregon just wasn't to be. So at least they finish on a high. They're going to come back. Clock's ticking down. 20 or so seconds, 24 to be precise, remaining. So 2 goals to 1. Chucker number 6 ended in favour for TuffRider. Overall, I think it's safe to say that they've secured their second victory. So they now stand 2-1. 8 goals to 6. We will have another whistle. We will have another whistle with 5 seconds remaining on the clock here in Chucker number 6. Yeah, that's where the foul was right there. Coming across the right of way. So let's see where they move this ball. It'll probably be within the vicinity of the halfway line, as that's where the foul took place. 5 seconds remaining. And no, they're moving it to a 4. They're actually moving it to a 4. Okay, so this would... will definitely be the last play, and I can only hope for Victory Polo that they at least finish on a high. Just going to be at the end of it, running out of time here. Teeing up the ball is Mr. Agustin Daniels. Let's see if he can bring the score, the final scoreline, just within 1 goal. Would be nice. It's always nice, even though you know you're beat, to finish on a good note. So, Agustin Daniels to make it 7 goals to 8. TuffRider, as I say, will be very happy with the outcome of this. Little touch there by Caimi in front of goal. Caimi will put it through. Yeah, I think the goal stands. So Segundo Caimi will put it through, picking up his 2nd goal here in that 6th and final Chucker, 3 overall. But as I say, it's the time that just ran out. So TuffRider, well played, winning their 3rd game. Very close by 8 goals to 7. Congratulations, Benji and Agustin Obregon, Timmy Sharma, Nico Eurnekian. Victory Polo still have a few games in hand, so I wouldn't write them off just yet. Well played, Kevin Schmeits, with a great goal in Chucker number 5. The 2 Daniels brothers, always a pleasure. Segundo Caimi picking up and finishing this exciting limited edition 8 goal. We will have a short break now. I would like to invite you to come and join us back here at TTV Sports this afternoon in about 1 hour and 15 minutes for the continuation of the John T. Oxley Memorial. From all of us, enjoy your lunch. We'll see you back here in 1 hour and 15 minutes.